the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. That's gonna make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Study, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like a made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support ride. Living up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Putting live from the winter side. Ready to charge, keep the vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I know you dad. Hustle hard, on the job. You can see it on my hips, real good. We don't need your feedback.
What's good with you, kid? I hear that.
What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W, great color cool. We don't know I got to be number 2. MVP to leave more valuable, they sweet as apple.
Oh shit.
You can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop doing your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well.
Across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all
Here we go with the bullshit
with the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Kill. 77.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Like 30. Double dog. That's the way.
Brings it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He's like, oh shit, he seen me.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
You ain't doing nothing. 24. You ain't doing nothing today. No. Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. Mike 52.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. It's incomplete. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Can't let you get too comfortable back there.
One that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do.
They still on that bullshit. You know that.
Mechanics are off, or if they make a bad throw, then they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man.
Come on, Drake.
Alabama.
Keep trucking. Keep feet moving.
Up there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Well, Kenyon Drake, he was kind of underutilized last year when Adam Gase was head coach, only 7 starts. But now he's going to get a chance under new head coach Brian Flores to really showcase his talent. He certainly flashed his diverse playmaking abilities a season ago. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, and 4 on the ground.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, watch it. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 50's the mic.
On 2nd down now, it's Drake. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
No, I should have threw that there. Get it.
Safety Terrell Edmonds picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Check. Easy.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Moncrief. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Easy.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll come out in the pistol. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback.
Yeah, I better tackle his
ass. A gain
ass.
of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult pull to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 25 on 2nd down.
Come on, man. Damn, I can't get it for the ball.
Possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's
I can't get him to throw the ball right.
Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Roethlisberger running the option left. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
52 is the mic right here over there, right?
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Get a break, boys. Get a break.
Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. End zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Woo. I fucked that play up, boy.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. On 3rd down, it's Connor. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take them to 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Oh.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me,
fuck, I hit that fucking
finding a
turbo.
way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On first down, Drake.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Hey, 180! Get the 15, check my 15. Hey. Shoot. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now on 2nd and 13. Fitzpatrick is going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Oh, my.
Incomplete.
I'm telling you, I can't catch a fucking break, man. I can't. I cannot catch a fucking break.
They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact.
Read the shit out of that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick.
Oh.
And down he goes.
And block.
Fitzpatrick sacked. Now
The problem I'm having with this team, man, I can't get no blocks.
As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away.
Yeah,
for the Steelers, Ryan
my
Switzer.
line ain't shit. My line couldn't block a high school team right now.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Roethlisberger going with the option, right side.
Get off the...
So a couple of field goals.
My man ran right back into the block after he got off it.
6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman.
I'm cutting this whole fucking roster.
Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Pretty much.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ballgame.
Look at this shit.
And the Steelers take him down. Devin Bush brings him down, and that's a play he's got to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Running, it's Drake. So he got 3 on 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And he's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I can't even make a read. I can't do it.
Some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed.
This shit ain't even fun no more.
How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Come on, man.
Putting the books as a
3 seconds, I'm sacked.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Fucking line line is. I've never seen a line this bad.
Here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
All right, you know what? All right, Rosen, it's your turn, buddy. Well, this is your turn.
So it's not even that. I really don't think if I would have never went.
It's okay.
If these did not go to that, I mean, it was they added to me at least 12 years.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I feel you.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well, just not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Little Drake out there on steroids.
A first throw for the backup Rosen.
Come on!
One that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on.
They got you.
What this is about.
Yeah, they got you.
Now on first down, Drake again. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his This rough night continues. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secure.
There you go, finally.
And try and chip someone at the second level.
27 yards there, a first down. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling.
You sound like me. I feel you.
Are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start
that dumb shit be pissing you off, man.
Deep, find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I gotta play like so basic with this fucking team because I can't risk fucking it up.
But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Look at this! Look at the block! He didn't even touch him.
No gain on the play.
He's right there. Don't even touch him.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half.
Look at this. Look at that.
Come on.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game.
I got the dumbest fucking players in the world.
That should reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
I mean, my man is right there for the block.
On third down, Rosen. And that is
incomplete. My God! How the fuck? How do you miss that?
So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on.
I can't fucking win in this shit.
43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a good snap, good hold, right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit a partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level.
Oh, my
they go
God. Man, wide open fucking throws it too fucking far. This shit is a fucking joke.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They begin on the ground here with Connor.
Dang!
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Oh, yeah.
Under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense. Because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
That is exactly.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Roethlisberger.
Come on! Oh, God, man. I knew he was going to foul his save.
How
the the fuck y'all run?
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
How the fuck do y'all run into each other?
His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Oh, let's get this over with so I can go play Ghost Recon. I'm so done with fucking Madden with this bullshit.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point.
This shit is crazy, man.
And it's up and going to make the score 13-3.
It's like, so they put that patch out the other day and fucked everything up.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Shit.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes
I had to get the fuck out of there. I can't sit in that pocket no fucking more.
Go ahead and get 6.
That pocket is killing me.
Comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in,
I'm tanking the rest of the season.
And in a big way.
I'm tanking. I can't play with this shit no more, man.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores.
It's too fucking hard to do this shit, man. Like, these niggas are stupid as shit.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore.
You know what? Just let him run. Just let him run.
The 20.
Just let him run.
That time for Pittsburgh. 74 yards. Gotta figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just.
I'm so fucking mad at this game right now.
Right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball.
Had a chance to get back in the game. This nigga is wide open shit, man.
The guys on offense right now, just take care of it, and they've got a good chance.
Throw the ball to other people, perfect.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Right there, 55. Mike.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw.
What the fuck are y'all looking at?
But it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Ugh.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Connor on the toss play.
Oh my God, Ray
He's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
I ran right by the shit.
Interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone.
What? Why are you just falling?
A pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
It's a fucking joke, man. Look, this nigga just had a heart attack in the middle of the field. What the fuck?
The Dolphins at the line.
Get me off this fucking game, man.
Just any interception. Are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive?
Now here go this nigga. Won't throw the ball. Here this go. Whatever. Just get me off here.
as his
Let's just
mother
go.
Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Let's get me
That's
off this
number
game.
4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
No, another pick.
It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Oh,
And
it's
that
good.
pitch
Really,
sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception.
I'm not doing no adjustments. I'm not doing shit.
They'll try to run it in, going option right.
Oh, look at that.
Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger.
Look at this shit.
For a Steelers touchdown.
Look at this shit.
His first touchdown on the year. And the
These
Steelers
niggas.
capitalize on the short field.
I see why we ain't won a game in real life. I see why. These niggas.
Boswell for
Garbage.
the extra point.
This shit is horrible, man.
Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good.
I mean, I can't get nobody to do their job on this field right now.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your play.
Look at the
Third time tonight,
why
he's
does he throw the
intercepted.
ball so late?
It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
He waits to throw the ball till you're standing right there.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating
The fuck
all
is
game
going-
long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
I'm cutting every fucking body.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rosen. Caught by Wilson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. It's complete to Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Right with your vest, you don't forget. No, put them in your basket. Don't let long girl.
Rosen on 1st and 10. It's Wilson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Look at this shit,
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the former Artie Burns. And he returns it up just shy of the 20.
This nigga got the slowest release of life.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Like, well, what else am I going to do with it? She has all this shit in her car and blah, blah. I'm like, do you want me to take it to my house and then I'll give it to you when you have a house? And he was like, oh yeah, could you? I was like, yep, there's a whole room that no one goes in, that any of your stuff that you need.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just short.
He comes out with just